court is now in session. Trial of Mr. World Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. Hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. It claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. But on Edgeworth. I'm sorry. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls Mr. D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is the producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. You know, the fact that I accidentally called her Mr. See, she was originally meant to be a man. She was actually originally meant to be a man, but they decided to make her a woman because the rest of the killers in the game were all men. So they want to have a female killer. I don't think that's a spoiler. We already know by this point that she killed. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez, I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in this trailer for Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. Must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with the pants down, so to speak. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp and ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. It was 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sam and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you have Sal take you? The van. There's a van in Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head wobbling over. Fan added the court record. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Final battle of this case, at least. Alright. Wait a second. Do you have someone who verified this? Sam. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder to that break, she would have time to eat that T-bone steak. Oh wait, I pressed the wrong button, damn it. Alright, try this again. Boop, 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 boop. Wait, if you did eat T-bone steaks, where's the bone? Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on a table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need to remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left in the plates. The plates were bare. Ugh. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how could a person let eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat any steak during that break. Took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. So what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. And Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak. She ran to the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright! Isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worried that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I'm, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How can I possibly use that particular weapon? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The girl was found lying next to the victim's body. I prove, Your Honor. I prove that the samurai spear is not used as the murder weapon, which is the spear itself. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that time that this spear was broken during the morning Ashen Sea run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. False hammer kid, but Mr. Wright? Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? Your confidence can sound like I found it, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photograph! Sorry, I have to say that every single time they say look at this photo or look at this photograph. Which is a lot in this series. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of the stairs. Order! How can I have order this trial be suspended? Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. There's a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again! Mr. Wright, continue! It's 2:30 a.m. at the time day of the murder. Missy Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. And she did it! She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence! Just like Mr. Hammer himself done 5 years ago! But whether she did by purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die 5 years ago! Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you in my script writing staff. You know that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died in the trailer, as you say. If the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? The old magistrate's costume, no less. Saying that I claimed the body to Studio 1, returned the trailer on the space of a 15-minute break. It's the body. Back in the meeting on the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. The big special situation was death, then carried to Studio 1 to place another costume. Wasn't enough time. Indeed. Right, she dumped the body. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there's no need for her to do it in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Obviously with the van. Miss Vasquez, you carry the body to Studio 1 and use the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There's a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. Use the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else out there, you put the body into this magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. You're saying that Salmonella was a conspirator? Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. No way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. And also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. Had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burnt it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, I'll continue. No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean Diva Vasquez? So it was you who killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. What of that battle? You proved that a possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that was only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. That decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as if witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I'd like to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. But even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. All there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? Then questions get the same answer is a waste of time. Damn! To come so far, only to fail! As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. That's one of my favorite moments in this entire case. I love that. One of my favorite moments in this entire game, actually. I see very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you bothering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Edgeworth, choose the little point of making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want to hear testify about? Oh yes, indeed, verily I say, ergo. What did you hear about what happened after they found the body? After they found the body? Very well. A witness will testify to court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. I was with Sally Oldbed, security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. We called the police, then Powers showed up. Security lady Oldbed was very agitated, pointed at Powers, saying he did it! Asked to be left out of the proceedings. Went back to the script, tried to get my script and direction notes, then went home. I see no issues ready for this cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. Maybe acting tough now. We put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. What time was that? We were doing some high 5 minutes for rehearsal, so I say it was then. You smell around the studio. 10 minutes before. My body's in costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees we got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, what did I just say? Well, listen to what people are trying to say, boy. Boy? I guess we'll continue our testimony. You asked to be left out? Yes, it seems that everyone knows this question. We're not really fond of that sort of thing. That's not your choice! You can't just decide who the police will and won't question! Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that in the meeting. We didn't vote, just they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? Not riding on it with the big leagues of the meeting. I'm sure professionals have to convince everyone they didn't require questioning. You written your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable, never did have been stolen. I guess not. Wait a second, I thought you came to bring one for rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Yes. Wait a second. Very well, Mr. Continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring this because it wouldn't be a rehearsal. See what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Ah! How does Edward need to point that out? I noticed that immediately. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution makes such a move. I'm thinking of a career change defense. I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I'll stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. The prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? Miss Vasquez, please, it's the court and Ace Attorney. That's all you need to know. There are no rules in the court and Ace Attorney, except for when they decide there'll be rules arbitrarily. That's just the way this thing rolls. No matter, I think you misunderstood me. Pretty good reason to believe the word here rehearsal. Very well, what is your testimony at this point? I was injured. How do you know about the injury? How do you know? Wait, Hammer wasn't injured. It was Powers that was injured. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. That's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, you must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers injured. He saw it happen. Or he'd tell you the wrong person. Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer living with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when he was doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume. He went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit, that's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the will killers always so persistent? Well, Red White wasn't, and neither was Frank Solid, really. Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? On a hard time, he was a star. Nothing to keep from his death. Nothing. This way, mere motive. Kill the victim. No. Proof. As to court evidence that Miss Vasquez was doing this murder. This is my proof. This is the photo from before? This photo reveals motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. Diva Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Gentlemen, case turned up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, the accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from starting. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, Diva Vasquez used Mr. Hammer and made him work for you for any change. Bring us to the present day, Mr. Hammer's last role as an evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was the constant shame of source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here. You've only talked about Mr. Hammer. Almost it seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Diva Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. What you say. I have no reason to kill the Hammer. It was a good source of income for me. Never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright? That's the motive for murder. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was up for blood. What Miss Fastway did was push him off the stairs is self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Fastway. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dean Vasquez, who would cruelly take advantage of him all those years. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I'm guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah, Miss Fastwith! What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs! Manuel! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! No, how could this? It's an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please, please don't die! Please! Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's my Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and connected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Aye, thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Even though we already pretty much proved that after the second trial, but whatever. That is all. This court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now Mr. Hammer stole my costume. Not that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder. Makes me sad. Why, Mr. Wright? Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put blame on you because you were the Steel Samurai. Because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once. He was reduced to acting as a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. Would have traded places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Can't wait to get back in that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No! Of course not! Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. Don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with the necessary feelings. And the line that have launched 1,000,000 ships. I mean, seriously, I know that what he's actually talking about is his... Well, excuse me a second. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. What he means is unease and uncertainty at his worldview, at his methods and his belief in getting every client declared guilty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. Listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? I say they're rivals. Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are. I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the current clothes led another trial. Caused quite a stir by revealing the accident 5 years ago. How could the town? Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're gonna watch with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? Train with Cody and an assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Is it great that WP gets to play their lead again? Or if they'll show his real face this time? Probably not, because they're used to playing a female character. I don't know. I don't think the world's ready for the real will powers. And that is Turnabout Samurai. As for my thoughts in this case, I think it's actually pretty good. It's actually not more than pretty good. I think it's a great case. The only problem I really have with it is that it feels a little bit drawn out. And that's a problem a lot of people have with it, I'll admit. A lot of people have a problem with that the case is a bit drawn out. But I don't think that's as big a deal as people say it is. It's consistently entertaining, a really funny case. For me, it's like the first true Ace Attorney case. As like the first two cases were kind of like introducing the characters and the story and everything. Whereas this case is the first time we see Phoenix and Mai working together. And it feels like the first regular case that Phoenix would have. Rather than, like, you know, all this cases being, like, important to the plot. Even though the first Turnabout is really not important to the plot. But regardless, like, I really enjoy this case. I think it's one of the best cases in the first game. Probably the second favorite case next to the case we're about to go into. And people say that, like, third case syndrome is a term people often use, which refers to cases, like, the fact that third cases in the series tend to be considered not as good as the other cases. But, I don't think that started with this game. I think it more sort of started with the second game. But regardless, because I think Turbo Samurai is legitimately a really good case. And it's not really filler either, as it's important to the story, at least in the way that's important to Miles's arc, to Edgeworth's arc, I mean. And it's also important to Phoenix's arc, and it's important to be the first case to show Phoenix and Mai working together, which would be a staple throughout the series. And it's just and the twist is pretty good. When I first played this case years ago, I legitimately thought that Salmonella was the murderer. And like the fact that the murder was in self-defense also threw me for a loop. Like, this is legitimately a pretty good case, even though there are some really stupid moments in it. There's stupid moments in every Ace Attorney case, so you can't really fault it for that. Regardless, that's about all I have to say about this case. Join me next time when we start Case 4, the original final case of the first game. Because there actually is a case after it, but that case was added in the DS remake. It wasn't part of the original Game Boy Advance version of the game. So I consider that to be a bonus case, with this next case being the actual final case of the game. So that being said, this is Dementia Rules saying ciao.